In Chinese mythology, foxes grow an additional tail for every 100 years of cultivation. When a fox reaches 900 years of age and gains 9 tails, it achieves immortality. Beyond this, if it continues its cultivation for another 100 years, achieving 1,000 years of spiritual practice, it transforms into the highest rank of Tenko, the heavenly fox, a being akin to a deity. At this point, even the heavenly court will attempt to bring it into the celestial realm to become an immortal. The path of cultivation for foxes is fraught with challenges. Most foxes perish either due to failed cultivation or being hunted, often before reaching their 2nd to 5th tail. Yet among them, one fox not only succeeded in becoming a 9-tailed fox demon, but also transformed into a beautiful woman and schemed to become an emperor. Ultimately, this fox was immortalized as one of Japan's 3 great yokai. None other than the white-faced, golden-haired, 9-tailed fox. In today's video, we'll explore the fascinating journey of the 9-tailed fox, from its mysterious birth to its rise as the legendary Tamamo no Me, plotting to seize the imperial throne and ultimately facing her downfall, transforming into the infamous Sessho seki, the killing stone. I'm Mr. Yao, and welcome to the Leyenda Yokai channel. Here, I explore famous yokai and urban legends. If you're into these topics, be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos. A fox is born with one tail, which can store spiritual energy. Once enough energy is absorbed, the tail splits into 2. A fox with 3 tails is known as a demon fox. 6 tails make it a spirit fox. And when it reaches 9 tails, it attains immortality and is revered as a celestial fox. From the spring and autumn period to the Han Dynasty, foxes were considered auspicious creatures. By the Tang Dynasty, foxes began to be seen as enchanting spirits capable of seduction. For instance, Bai Jiyi's poem, The Old Tomb Fox, compares King Zhou of Zhou's concubine to a fox spirit. By the Song Dynasty, the term fox spirit had come to symbolize immoral women. This cultural perception of fox spirits also spread to Japan. During the Yuan and Ming dynasties, the tale of a fox spirit possessing Daji became widely known. The story, later recorded in the Investiture of the Gods, Feng Shun Yin Yi, describes Daji as a 9-tailed fox demon. The typical lifespan of a fox is around 10 to 15 years. As their natural life approaches its end, a small number of foxes may awaken their spiritual intelligence under certain unique circumstances. Foxes and cats are considered animals with strong spiritual power because they inherently possess a complete set of 3 souls and 7 spirits, unlike other animals. Some fortunate foxes and cats are born with fully intact souls and spirits, setting them apart. Ancient records describe 3 methods by which a fox can awaken its spiritual intelligence. The first is by accidentally consuming an elixir of immortality, such as the pills crafted by the Grand Supreme Elderly Lord that might have fallen into the mortal realm. The second is finding an exceptional place for cultivation. As foxes are creatures of Yin, they require a significant amount of lunar essence and Yin energy to progress in their cultivation. This is why many depictions in films and television show foxes worshipping the moon. The third method is following a virtuous monk or Taoist priest, learning skills and gaining knowledge. Some fortunate foxes living near human cultivators receive true teachings, which can significantly boost their power. This explains why some 2-tailed foxes are extraordinarily strong. They may have mastered such teachings. The white-faced, golden-haired, nine-tailed fox, one of Japan's 3 great yokai, is an example of the third method. The white-faced, golden-haired, nine-tailed fox was originally a white-furred fox born near an ancient temple in China. Its parents, due to their rare white fur, were hunted and killed by hunters. The young fox was rescued by a monk who later kept it at the temple. Over the years, the monk rose to become the abbot of the temple. Upon his death, the monk's sarira, a pearl-like relic formed in the bodies of highly cultivated monks after death, was inadvertently consumed by the white-furred fox. This act awakened its spiritual intelligence, setting it on the path to becoming the legendary nine-tailed fox. After the white-furred fox awakened its spiritual intelligence, it became an omen of disaster. After cultivating for several centuries, it transformed into the white-faced, golden-haired, nine-tailed fox. Its white fur turned golden, and it attained immortality. During the Shang dynasty, it wreaked havoc by killing and devouring Daji, a beautiful woman chosen to serve as consort to the last Shang king, King Zhou. The fox then assumed Daji's appearance, manipulating the king into debauchery and enforcing tyranny. This chaos ultimately led to Jiang Ziya aiding King Zhou in raising an army to overthrow the Shang dynasty. Using a demon-revealing mirror, Jiang Ziya exposed Daji's true form as the nine-tailed fox and executed her by beheading. The foxes managed to escape and later fled to ancient India. Fleeing from China, the nine-tailed fox arrived in ancient India. This time, she set her sights on 3 sarira formed after the death of King Chandragupta Maurya. Transforming into Lady Huayang, the consort of Prince Bunzuk of Magadha in South India, she schemed to acquire the sacred relics. After obtaining the sarira, she began spreading false divine decrees, compelling Prince Bunzuk to sacrifice 1,000 citizens in honor of Mahakala, a manifestation of Shiva. However, during this gruesome act, the white-faced, golden-haired, nine-tailed fox was exposed when a powerful ascetic revealed her true form. Forced to abandon her plans, she fled in disgrace. After lying dormant for several centuries, the nine-tailed fox reappeared in China, once again taking the form of a concubine to King Yu of Zhou. With her breathtaking beauty, she once more succeeded in captivating the ruler. To win her favor, King Yu lit the beacon fires during a time of peace, ultimately bringing about the downfall of his kingdom. Afterward, the white-faced, golden-haired, nine-tailed fox disappeared into the Chinese folklore, only to resurface during the Tang dynasty. She then traveled to Japan alongside the 9th envoy to Tang China. The nine-tailed fox entered a period of cultivation and quietly lived a life in hiding, concealing her true identity. Many years later, a samurai, who had no children, went to a temple to pray for a child. Seizing this opportunity, the white-faced, golden-haired, nine-tailed fox once again emerged to cause chaos. This time, she took the form of a baby girl and appeared on the samurai's return journey. The kind-hearted samurai and his wife adopted the child, naming her Asako Anna. She gradually blossomed into a beautiful woman. Renowned for her exquisite beauty and graceful demeanor, she was skilled in various arts such as music, chess, calligraphy, and painting. Due to her vast knowledge and unparalleled beauty, she was hailed as Japan's foremost talented woman. At the age of 18, she was appointed to the imperial palace and became a court lady to Emperor Toba. Thanks to her beauty and profound knowledge, she gained Emperor Toba's favor and quickly became the most beloved concubine in the palace. Before long, Emperor Toba bestowed upon her the name Tamamo no Me. As time passed, Tamamonome's power grew increasingly formidable under the favor of Emperor Toba. Soon after, Emperor Toba fell severely ill and became bedridden. Despite the efforts of the imperial physicians, they were unable to diagnose the cause of his illness. It was then that Omiyoji Abe Yasunari, the grandson of the famous Omiyoji Abe Noseme, concluded that Tamamonome was behind the misfortune. His judgment revealed that this favored concubine was not human at all, but rather a white-faced, golden-haired, nine-tailed fox. With Omiyoji Abe Yasunari's mystical intervention, Tamamonome's true form as the nine-tailed fox was exposed, and she swiftly fled the palace, her whereabouts unknown. Tamamonome fled and took refuge in Nasu, Shimatsuke Province. Soon thereafter, reports surfaced of women and children disappearing in Nasu. Abe Yasunari determined that Tamamonome was responsible for these incidents, and it was decided that she must be eradicated once and for all. Emperor Toba ordered the formation of a punitive expedition and appointed Miura no Suke, Chiba no Suke, and Kazusa no Suke as generals. Omiyoji Abe Yasunari was appointed as the military strategist. An army of 80,000 soldiers was dispatched to march towards Nasu. Upon arrival at Nasu, the army quickly discovered the whereabouts of Tamamonome. The punitive expedition was overwhelmed by the formidable yokai magic of Tamamonome, suffering heavy losses and retreating in defeat. Miura no Suke and Kazusa no Suke ordered the soldiers to intensify their training in horseback archery before launching another attack. This time, their strategy proved to be highly successful, as the punitive expedition pushed Tamamonome back step by step. In a dream, Tamamonome appeared before Miura no Suke disguised as his own mother, pleading for mercy. However, Miura no Suke saw through this ruse and realized that Tamamonome's end was near. Therefore, he launched another full-scale attack. Ultimately, 2 arrows from Miura no Suke pierced Tamamonome's abdomen, while Kazusa no Suke used his long sword to sever her head. With that, Tamamonome breathed her last. Afterward, Tamamonome's body was transported back to the capital. Despite her physical demise, her spirit did not dissipate. Instead, her soul took refuge in a stone near the volcanic crater, forming what is known as the Sessho seki, a legend that has endured to this day. Tamamonome's obsession persisted in the form of the Sessho seki at Nasu, constantly awaiting the opportunity for revenge. The Sessho seki continuously emitted poisonous gas, harming nearby humans and animals. Even insects and birds that flew by were not spared. Any living being that came too close to the stone would perish instantly, making it impossible for anyone to approach the area for a long time. Over 200 years later, a high priest named Jinno was journeying through Shimatsuke Province when he witnessed a peculiar occurrence. Birds flying overhead would suddenly plummet to their deaths whenever they passed over a particular boulder in the Nasu plain. At the foot of the stone lay a heap of lifeless birds. Intrigued by this phenomenon, Jinno pondered its cause. Shortly thereafter, a local woman approached the priest, and he inquired about the stone. The woman revealed that the Sessho seki was haunted by the spirit of Tamamonome. She recounted the tale of the fox courtesan before vanishing into thin air. Jinno realized that the woman had been the ghostly spirit of the infamous Tamamonome. Soon after, Jinno conducted a Buddhist memorial service over the stone. From that day onward, the Sessho seki ceased emitting poisonous gas and no longer harmed anyone. People believed that the spirit of Tamamonome had been exorcised from the rock. In Tochigi Prefecture, Japan, locals believe that the Sessho seki, which seals the nine-tailed fox, is located there. Every year, many tourists visit the area, and this stone has become a national treasure of Japan. However, on March 5, 2022, the Sessho seki suddenly split in half. Many people interpreted this as an ominous sign, believing that either the nine-tailed fox had returned or that something bad might happen. Perhaps someone beautiful around you is the incarnation of Tamamo no Me. If you enjoy my channel, please help by hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you won't miss my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching until the end, and I'll see you next time.